Okay, I am ready to do this Reiki. Like, I'm ready to be healed. Let's do this. So, what am I going to expect? Like, is this supposed to be like an acid trip? Am I going to see things, hear things? I feel crazy. I look crazy. Why am I doing this?
Hey guys, so this video may be too woo-woo for most of you. And a lot of people tell me, Cameron, Reiki just isn't for me. And I love when I hear that because Reiki is for everyone. If you are living and you are breathing and you have a body, Reiki is for you. And the reason I say that is because we're all made of energy. Everything is energy. And I know no one can deny this. You can feel the energy. When you walk into a situation that may feel like, I don't know, if you've ever been to like a place. All right, I'm going to give an example. I one time walked into my favorite grocery store, Sprouts. And it was like the moment I walked in, I just kind of felt icky. I was like, ugh. Every single person I was bumping into was in a bad mood. And it was just like, I was like, get me out of here. So that's the thing, like, your bad mood, if you go out and you put that on someone else, then they're going to turn into a bad mood, and then it's going to ripple effect. So energy, it's real. What you put out is real. So yes, Reiki is for everyone. We all have 7 different chakras, which I recently learned we have many more chakras, but the main focal point is 7. So this video, we're going to dive into Reiki. All right, so all of my clients always ask me, what is Reiki? And that's a very fair question. So to better understand Reiki, we're gonna start at where it all began. Okay, so here is my second intro to my video. So I watched my video back and I was cringing the entire time. I am not a teacher. I am terrible at explaining things. So this was a real tough one for me. And when I watched it back, I was like, I'm gonna have to redo it. Y'all, it's Sunday. I post on Sunday. I don't have the time or the energy to redo this video. So it is what it is. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all watch it. If your eyes glaze over, because my own eyes glazed over, go to the end. I don't know exactly where it's at, like time-wise, because I haven't even edited this. But the main focal point is at the end. Also, everything I'm sharing, you can Google. So if I say something or leave something out, I apologize. Again, I am not a teacher and I am not good at explaining stuff. So here you go. And it all began with Dr. Usui, who was born in 1865. And Dr. Usui studied medicine, psychology, religion, and then he also studied the art of divination, which the art of divination is basically seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown through supernatural circumstances. So, through his life experiences, he decided that he wanted to find the meaning of life. What is our purpose? And on this path to finding that, he stumbled upon an enlightenment term called Anshin Ditsume, which Anshin Ditsume is basically the understanding of one's purpose. But not only that, it's also how to achieve one's purpose. So when one, achieves Anshin Ditsume, the special feature of it is that once you've achieved it, you don't have to put any more effort into it. It maintains itself where it wells up inside you, and it's the special state of staying at peace no matter what is going on in the world. Which, doesn't that sound great? Because I don't like freaking out or getting mad or upset because it's not cute, and people don't really respect that, so I don't know. Anyways, so Dr. Usui heard about this meditation practice called Zazen. He went and studied it and did it for 3 years. No success. Never found Anshin Ditsume that way. His teacher recommended a more severe practice where one comes close to death. Well, Dr. Usui completely misunderstands this and thinks one must actually die. So, Usui, in February of 1922, goes to Karamayama, where there's like a waterfall, and he begins to meditate and fast and prepare for death to pass on to the next world, where he thinks he will find Anshindetsume. So, for 21 days, which hold on to 21 days because I'm going to circle back to that later on. For 21 days, he does his meditation and fasting. And on the 21st day, at midnight, he's already feeling weak, near death. Well, all of a sudden, a light strikes him at the top of his head, where his crown chakra is, and enters his mind. And he felt as if he had been struck by lightning, falling unconscious. When the sun rose and he awoke, he suddenly felt something he's never felt before. He felt an enjoyable sense of vitality. He felt a new awareness in life, which hold on to that because I'll get back to that too. So he could feel the energy and consciousness of the universe. He had felt the state of enlightenment that he had been seeking, and he felt it being given to him as a gift. So with his new abilities, he begins to practice on his family, and he begins to create a healing system based off of his experiments and based off of his past knowledge and skills. He begins to open up clinics, and I want to say, I guess this is all in the year of 1922. So he begins to teach classes, he begins to give treatments, and by 1925, his healing system has expanded so much that he has to expand his clinic. And by this point, he's taught over 2,000 students, initiated 20 masters. The demand for him in Japan became so big that he began to travel and to teach. Well, in 1926, Usui had a stroke. But Reiki didn't stop there. By the 1940s, there was already 40 clinics for Reiki all over Japan. And by the 1970s, a lady by the name of Takata brought Reiki to America. Which I'll dive into that next video because I want you to digest all of this. I understand the story seems crazy, coming near death, because when I went through Reiki 1, I didn't come near death, but I did do a 21 days of self-healing. And I not only did 21 days of self-healing once, but I've done it 4 times. And each time, you have to be ready and you have to be prepared for what it will bring you. When we are ready and we are open, we can achieve our life purpose. But you're gonna have to let go of a lot. And you're gonna receive a lot. But you also have to be grounded. And it's not been easy. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my god, I went through Reiki and like I'm this pretty princess. No. As much as I wish I was a pretty princess all the time, I get angry still. I feel petty sometimes, but I work on it and I'm aware of it. When I see my petty side, I'm like, Cameron, that's not cute and we're not going there. So as I'm creating these videos, I'm like starting to connect to my childhood, because everything we learn in life, it all serves a purpose. So there once was a class I took in middle school, and in the class we were creating the news. So we got into groups of 3 and would go into the room where there was a camera, and we would write out how we wanted to do it, how we wanted to present it, all of that jazz. So it was me, a girl, and a guy. Well, the guy just kept goofing off and goofing off and goofing off. And it was starting to like really piss me off because I just wanted to do the assignment. Well, I lost it on him. And I lost it on him so loud that the teacher had to pull me outside. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, I lost it on him because we're trying to get something done. So I like was justifying my actions. And the teacher made it very clear, Cameron, you can't do that. Like, you can't. And he's 100% right. Like, you can't freak out on people. I freaked out on a friend a year ago, and that situation replays in my head all the time. I wish I could redo it. So, me sharing this goes hand in hand with the 5 principles of Reiki. And just a little disclaimer, Usui did not invent Reiki. One cannot invent energy. Only God can. Dr. Usui just found a system to bring the healing and spread it throughout the universe. So, the 5 principles of Reiki. 1, do not get angry. 2, do not be grievous. 3, show gratitude. Seriously, show gratitude. 4, be diligent in your business. 5, which is the most important in my book, and I have a story to it, be kind to others. So, I had filmed the 5 principles in my explanation of everything, but it was bad. So I wanted to take it out. But I want to share what I filmed while my client was in the waiting room because when she came into my room, I asked her, I was like, hey, like, how are you? And she was like, girl, it has been a week. And I turned around and I'm like, what? And she's like explaining that, she's kind of going through a lot. And then she goes to tell me that she freaked out on someone. And I just look at her and I'm like, no. And she's just like, yeah, I shouldn't have done it. I want to apologize. And we just laughed. Like, not in a malicious way, but in the sense of like, yeah, you can't lose it on people. So yeah. It's just really funny because God has a sense of humor because she then sends me this text later on.
Every breath of life is ecstasy.
And most important, be kind to others. If you are having a bad day, a really bad day, maybe you should go home and do some yoga, some meditation, a workout that you enjoy. Talk on the phone to a loved one. Call your mom, call your dad, call your significant other. Maybe hug your dog. But do not go out into this world and snap on someone else because that's just not right.
When I did not know no pain, when I believed in forever, everything will stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day, yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday, yeah, yeah. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say